Hey Eric, I'm sending you this video in response to the video that you did about young tubers. Okay, well first, let me say, I don't think people of a certain age should be allowed to be using MySpace, YouTube, I mean, even the internet. This goes back to the video that I did about the shooting that was outside of my house. I mean, you just don't know what people are capable of. You just don't know what people are willing to do. I think as a parent that if you really need to know what your children are doing, you really need to know what your children are capable of, you really need to know how mature your children are. I mean, at a young age, I was really mature. I had my own computer. I was able to do whatever I wanted on the internet, so on and so forth. I turned out okay. But again, at the same time, you know, my parents used to check up on me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that this person didn't. I'm just saying that you really need to be involved in everything your children do. And the thing is with that is you can't always be there when it comes to the internet, YouTube, MySpace, even just regular chats. You know, you're not always gonna be right there. You know what I mean? And that is probably the scariest part of being a parent, is that you're not always gonna be right there. And I don't know, if I were a parent, I would say probably 17 is the age that I'd want my kids doing stuff like YouTube and MySpace, but I'd probably allow them to start getting into that type of stuff, not until at least 14 or 15. I mean, because they don't know any better. They're just kids, you know what I mean? As far as talking to kids online, a situation happened around here once where this guy, he was old, you know, he had his computer and whatnot, and all he did was talk to the kids. He never said anything bad or anything like that, but what happened was the parents accused him of talking sexually to the children, and I mean, nothing could be proved or anything, but they still had to go through all this investigation, and it was just really insane. I mean, everything that happened with it was just nuts. So for me, I avoid talking to children online. If I'm gonna talk to somebody, they're either gonna be, I don't know, older than me, or somewhere around my age group, just because I don't want to be accused of anything, and I don't want to be in a situation where it might be deemed inappropriate. You know what I mean? So that's my thought about talking to people on the internet. And again, I really want to stress to everybody who watches my videos, which I know is not a lot of people, but I really want to stress that you really need to be involved in what your kids do. And I feel really bad, Eric, that your friend had to go through this, but at the same time, I think that their child was too young to be YouTubing. I mean, 11 years old, that's too young, I'm sorry. Video blogs are not for young people. That's all I have to say. Eric, I hope you're feeling better.